I often hear people say, well, nothing happens at a ball game, right? And so I go, okay, well, yeah, nothing's happening, nothing's happening, nothing's happening, and then all hell breaks loose, and everything's happening.
An exciting announcement this morning.
The former Edmonton Prospects baseball club has revealed the team's new name and mascot.
It's a phenomenon what's going on in Alberta and Saskatchewan right now. A lot of reasons why this was just an absolute terrific location for this ballpark. We have to compete with restaurants and movie theaters and all kinds of other entertainment venues. And it's up to us as promoters of the game to make sure that experience will stand the hair up on the backs of their neck. First and foremost was we wanted to come up with a name that represented the spirit and essence of, not any one specific town or city, but the entire region. We're all the same, we're all cut from the same cloth, and we wanted to make sure we built a ballpark that was for everyone. When we created the vision for this ballpark, we didn't want to just create a stereotypical ballpark vision. We wanted to create something that was unique and customized to this community. But there's still tradition. There's the tradition on the field, and I gotta also say everybody goes to the ballpark and they expect to eat a hot dog. They're gonna have a hot dog and a beer, and then there's the rest of the stuff that happens outside of that. For a number of years of my early life, this was my backyard. Early 1966, my father was killed in an accident, and being originally from St. Albert, my mom loaded up us 7 kids and we came back to town. And in probably January 1966, I ended up going to school in the old white school, which is probably the oldest school in St. Albert. This ballpark down here, it's changed over the years a little bit. I lived up on the ridge there in one of those houses, and I'd come down here as a kid, and there was a team called the Edmonton Cardinals, I believe, and they were playing ball down here. And I'd watch them play, and I was just enamored. And it was kind of my first real raw exposure to baseball. And I loved it. I hardly missed a game. There wasn't like there was a schedule anywhere. I would just pay attention from my backyard, and when I saw them playing, I'd come down. I think for me, baseball, when I got involved with it at a young age, a year or two after we moved here, my mom put me into the local baseball programs. I think what's really critically important for young people is that mentorship and being part of a team and making friends and learning the game together and sharing experiences, and it just helps you grow as a person. It really. Using myself as an example, I'd lost my father, and so I was looking for something at the time, and I found sports to be that something that provided that foundational development for me, and that connection to reality, those happy moments that you strive for, you look for as a young person. And I owe a lot of it to coaches that, to be honest with you, didn't know a lot about baseball, but they knew a lot about being great human beings. And that was, critically important. Yeah, so this area of Edmonton brings back some special memories. In 2012, we had an opportunity to move our team from John Fry on the south side of Edmonton to what was then Telus Field. It was late in the spring of 2012 that we made the decision and put the team on the field that first year, and not really knowing what to expect. It was a very challenging year. The expectation in this city was this was a major league professional baseball town, and they expected professional baseball at that facility. So it took a number of years for summer college baseball to grab hold. That first year we put just under 6,000 fans into the seats for the entire season, but by 2019 we were pushing 65,000, and if not for COVID, we were on on a trend line that would have probably had us at the 75, 80,000 fan level, which when you look at the growth over that 9-year period was pretty impressive, pretty amazing, and but it took a lot of work. It took a lot of education, took a lot of grassroots development, kids camps, and really focusing on families and kids and making sure they were getting out to the ballpark and going back into the community and telling their friends. So some really great memories. Even though there are crosstown rivals and we play in different leagues, I wish the Riverhawks nothing but the best. After all, we're both in it for the same reason, which is for the good of the game, for the good of baseball, for the growth of baseball. I think the legacy of the Edmonton Prospects at what started out as Telus Field and became Remax Field was our ability to rebrand summer college baseball as something that was worthy of fan support. And I think the proof is in the pudding, and that continues to this day. Anything you do is never a waste. There's always something you learn from it. And I would say that we had a lot of good years downtown Edmonton, learned a lot of things, got to know our fan base, learned more about what they wanted, what they needed, learned how to satisfy that, but also realized they wanted more. Energy for this truck. I hate to say that, but yeah, things could be going a little better. We had a really cold February up until now, sort of making up for the great fall we had when we actually had unusually warm weather, and we're able to get a lot more done in the fall than we've been able to get done in February, let's say. That said, I've been looking at we've been looking at the forecast lately, and it looks like there's a good, maybe as much as a month of good solid warm weather, above zero weather. So we're going to push as hard as we can, maybe go 6-7 days a week, and see if we can't make up some time and keep pushing. The race is on to get the ballpark open, so we need to keep pushing. So imagine if you're a fan, you park over here. Parking is going to be all the way around the west side, the south side, the east side, and then you make your way out of your car, out of your vehicle, and you're going to make your way possibly to the ticket booth, which will be over here, or you've already got a ticket and you can choose any one of 3 entrance points. That top level, this level you're seeing right here, that's the concourse level. That level you see above it, that's the floor level of the suites. This is our front office here. This elevator here, you can take that elevator up to the concourse level. Another service elevator in there, that's exclusively for the self-storage facility, which is built on the 2 levels underneath the concourse. Only one of its kind in the world, kind of a unique feature. We've done a lot of work actually on the outfield fence. We've got a lot of piles in. We've designed it to build a walkway around the ballpark, so eventually there'll be a 12 to 16 foot wide walkway all the way around the ballpark, so you can go for a little jog, go for a little walk if you want, whatever the case may be. This area down here incorporates 2 clubhouses, 2 home team clubhouses, one for the summer college team, another for the academies. If we go over here, I'll show you the home team bullpen. 3 or 4 stalls wide, so a nice big bullpen, and we're about to pour the piles for the video board. I think critically important to a successful new modern ballpark is developing and designing it in such a way that you're catering to different elements of your fan base, from the corporate community up in the suites to first base side concourse. We're going to have kids play areas, wiffle ball, kids play, a grass berm, so more of a family based area for kids and parents. Not only are we building a great ballpark facility itself, but there's going to be a lot of other amenities coming to the site. You can already see to the south here some of the commercial retail that's starting to develop, and you know, as time goes on here, you're just going to see a lot more of that. This is going to be a busy little hub with a lot of energy.
First of all, it's a huge honor to be here. I think most of us on council are pretty excited to get the invitation just to see the next milestone for this incredible new amenity that's getting built in our community. We are so thankful, Pat, to you, to your entire partnership group for investing this incredible amenity into our city. Congratulations on the name. I think it was brilliant to go out to the community, to the region to get the name. Porcupine is definitely something that is seen throughout our region, and I agree with you, resilient, humble, and tough as nails. This bodes well for our entire region, and we are so thankful to you and your partners, to the team, and we want to wish all the best to your players for an incredible success under this new brand, and congratulations on behalf of the city. On behalf of my colleagues, I have Councillor Stevenson and Councillor McDonald here with us for this announcement. We wish you nothing but success. Can't wait to see the first pitch get thrown out. So, well done.
So today, while one chapter in a storied legacy comes to an end, another begins. When we made the very difficult decision to make a brand and name change, we didn't do it lightly.
Well, when we went to work in terms of choosing a name for the team and what specific town or city or region we wanted to call ourselves, I think first and foremost was we wanted to come up with a name that represented the spirit and essence of this region. You know, not any one specific town or city, but the entire region. The names we've chosen for this team, Energy City Cactus Rats, represent, let's take the first part, Energy City. That represents, to me, that represents the energy of the people. Sure, we live in a region that's known for oil and gas and electricity and now solar and hydrogen and all kinds of, you know, energy related products. You know, this region's done well by that. But I think, to me, Energy City talks more about the essence and spirit of the people, the entrepreneurship of the people that are here, the work ethic, the willingness to work hard but play hard. And you know, I think that speaks to this province, speaks to this region. And when we chose that name, it was like, it just seemed like the perfect fit. I think people can actually, if they thought about it, relate to the porcupine, because it's in a lot of ways it's like us. It wants to create a life for itself. It wants to create a home for its family. It's not predatory. It wants to be sort of just left to go about, do its business. And it's humble. It's a humble animal, but it's also got this attitude that's like, look, I'm gonna take care of business, but mess around with it and find out. That's the essence of the ballpark. It's about feeling at home, feeling that you're amongst your people, right? And I think a lot of people go to the ballpark more so for that than the actual game on the field, to be honest with you. A lot of people go to the ballpark because they enjoy a hot dog, they enjoy beer. I read somewhere that a well laid out, well planned ballpark kind of represents all the different aspects of society, the corporate sector, the family, the young couple, the handicap. You have to sort of create a concept and a place within the ballpark where everybody feels sort of like they're at home, that they're within their you know, that's where it starts. Put your kid in baseball. Come to a game. Just come to one game, because I guarantee you one will turn into two. You know, connect with the community in some way. Come and volunteer for us. Be a part of what we do here. Be a part of a, you know, volunteer team. It's a, you know, an amazing experience for those that do it. If you're a kid, if you're a young kid, aspiring young kid, go play baseball. Make sure you're playing baseball. Come to the ballpark. Be inspired by what's going on here, and who knows where it might take you. My name is Pat Cassidy. We'll see you at the ballpark.